Hi guys, I am here with Dr. Cindi Bossart, and we are going to chat with you today a little bit about white-footed herding dogs. Coming from the breeds I come from, Shar-Pei especially, I'm very familiar with having to caution people about what drugs, meds, anesthetic
those dogs can take, yes.
So to try to educate people and save people heartache, why don't you chat with us a little bit about that?
Well, my breed is collies. I also have Cholos. And since I've been a veterinarian, which is 40 years now, I have dealt with a lot of the genetic problems that different breeds have. Now, white-footed herding dogs that include collies, border collies, Australian shepherds, Old English sheepdogs, dogs like those that have white feet do have some genetic problems that can cause them to have severe drug reactions to certain drugs. And I'm talking so severe they can end in death. So what these dogs have is they actually have a mutation that causes drugs to go into their brain through the blood-brain barrier, but those drugs cannot come out of the brain. So in a normal dog, well, although these dogs are normal, but in a dog that does not have this problem, what happens is that a drug such as ivermectin, I'm going to give you that drug for an instance, ivermectin can cross the blood-brain barrier and go into the brain in those dogs, but it also comes out. In a dog that's a white-footed herding dog, and this includes probably 60 to 70% of the collie breed, they have a mutation that does not allow the drug to go into the brain and then come out. So what happens is that the drug goes into the brain and stays there. And if you give the dog more of that drug, it also goes into the brain until it poisons the dog. There are a variety of drugs that cannot be used in white-footed herding dogs. And if you go to Washington State Veterinary University, and specifically Kate Mealy, you will find that there is a whole list on the website of the veterinary school at Washington State of drugs that cannot be used in white-footed herding dogs. Now, the reason I say Washington State is that they did all of the research on the white-footed herding dogs. And they found the genetic defect. Well, I don't call it a defect. I call it just something that happened. They can find that genetic change in the brain by a DNA test, which has really made the practice of veterinary medicine a lot easier.